Welcome friends, yet another edition of V Lounge, an initiative brought to you by Wellington DLP. In continuation with our initiatives of interviewing some of the famous people from the industry, today we have with us a biochem graduate from Mumbai University, someone who has handled his family business to start off with and then moved on to Suman Resorts. Started off as a trainee and then went on to head the marketing division of SRIM. He has then also had a stint in his consultation for the travel industry. 12 years ago, he came up with some innovative ideas and went on to find Travelport, which he heads in the capacity of CEO and founder. Driven by initiatives, he's also started his latest venture called Travelport. So let us hear it for Mr. Javed Akhtar, CEO and founder of Travelport and Travelport. Welcome, Mr. Akhtar.
Thanks a lot.
It's a pleasure having you with us today here. To start off with, how has the journey been?
The journey has been very exciting and always continues to be exciting. I started my career about 20 years back as a sales executive with a resort company and was into hardcore sales, selling timeshare, which is probably one of the most difficult products to sell on an individual basis. From there, that taught me a lot, and I graduated from becoming a salesperson to actually becoming a marketing head of the company, because I could bring and add a lot of innovation to the way things were being done those days. So those were very good learning times. Nothing very exciting in terms of the possibilities that it threw, because it was one of the largest chain of resorts at that time. It had offices in 150 cities. I oversaw the operations in Dubai, in the marketing in UAE as well. So it gave me a lot of international exposure. In the course of it, I learned the nuts and bolts, so to say, of the hospitality and the leisure industry. And thereafter, while there, I was of course being wanting always to be an entrepreneur and on my own feet. Though I had a fallback mechanism on the fallback thing for my family business of real estate, which I used to help my dad with, but I still wanted to do something which was innovative, and I was very driven by technology. So I looked at it, okay, what is it my expertise and technology can bring together. So accidentally on a holiday, I decided to, when I was in London, I decided to visit the travel exhibition there, and I got very fascinated and struck by the industry. It was overwhelming, that whole experience. And I said, no, I must be in this industry because it is global in nature. It's not the reason why I didn't want to do the family business. It was very confined to selling property in one particular place. It didn't give that global. It wouldn't give vent to my global ambitions. So we started off with so that's where I saw this opportunity, and I came back, and that is including Hina, we had actually gone on a family holiday, the first after we got married, and we decided that okay. So, and she was a doctor by profession, and I said, okay, because I'm already working here, would you be interested to start this, and then maybe down the line I'll probably join in. And she was game because she is fascinated by travel also, for personal travel as well as the industry, the possibilities that the industry, and that's how Travelport was actually born. And the good thing for us was that the initial part was very exciting, right from getting the first telephone number to filling up the forms of applying for licenses, which we did everything ourselves. But and I think the hard work paid off, because within the third year itself we got funded. Two Indian VCs approached us, and I mean that was my first meeting with a VC, and I think with the first meeting it took 15 minutes for them to get an idea, and I think they believed in what of course they wanted to invest in the travel business, and they believed in what we had to offer. So thereafter, we got funded, there was no looking back. We set up quite a few interesting models within travel. Travel, we didn't want to do it like a conventional travel agency that buy packages, sell packages, just not remaining this thing. Our aspiration was, of course, to use technology to take it to the next level. So during the course, the journey within Travelport in the first 4-5 years, We became the largest franchise network in the country. We were the first, I think I initiated that part to become the first travel franchisor. We got 3 awards for that part of it. We set up the first travel retail network with Big Bazaar by setting up travel retail outlets in this. Now that model was followed by the bigger companies much later. So yeah, so that was one direction when travel business was growing. But I had developed the skill set of marketing, sales, and innovation. So it was not enough for me. So that's where I told Hina that you look after the travel business. I want to do something interesting within this existing business. I think that is something which all my colleagues would have given me. Yeah, so that that is what kind of drove me. Everywhere anybody I met, I would get into a discussion and we would end up talking, okay, this is how we can market this thing more, because I'm very driven by this, that I don't like the normal thing. Normal has already been done before. What is it that something can be done differently? I guess that is the approach that has probably helped our business grow and helped us to get into newer businesses and grow that as well. So we looked at what is it and set a new normal. This is it. So in travel, the 2 examples I gave you, nobody was franchising, and nobody was doing retail. So I said, why not? Let's get into this. Everybody was going after the online part of it, which is good, which of course there's a lot of innovation possible in that. But we looked at these 2 angles. Now the model is followed by all the other bigger companies also who are doing that. So yeah, so that's where the travel business, then I decided about 4 years back to pivot and create within the same thing, the Travelport part of it. I guess because this is what I'm doing currently, I find it very exciting. I don't know where it will be within how much I'm able to sustain this enthusiasm before I jump into the next piece of excitement that comes along the way. But from what I see at Travelport, I see endless possibilities. Here also we made very interesting forays, and we've done things which nobody has done in the customer engagement and loyalty industry. So we stand apart in terms of that. We are not a conventional as Travelport. We are not just a conventional marketing agency, or we are not a conventional loyalty company. We combine sound technology with great innovation to deliver great value for our customers, essentially who are the corporates.